Hey, what's up everyone? So this month I decided to switch things up for your guys' readings, right? So what we're going to be using this month is Tarot Mucha here. And we're also going to be using, instead of the Jesus cards that I normally use for your guys' readings, which I know you guys really like and you guys love, I decided to switch it up. So what we're going to use is Postcards from Spirit here by Colette Baron-Reid. These are great cards, guys. They're beautiful affirmations, and what they also, it's also crazy how they tie into the reading, you know? And they also have additional messages that you may need to hear from Spirit and just need to hear in general, you know? So instead of the Jesus cards, we're going to be using Postcards from Spirit here. Also, I want to introduce a new little series that I'm going to try out with you guys. It's called xLoveGistix, and it's your guys' love readings for the month. It's they're not really extended readings regarding you guys' monthly readings here on YouTube. What it is, it's just looking at your guys' relationships for that month, you know, regarding you and your partner or a person in question. You can even use it for family, for anything of the sort, you know. So for that, for this month, for xLoveGistix, right, we're going to be using the Golden Universal, and also we're going to be using Tarot Illuminati here as well. So like I said, just go ahead and check the description box. It's going to be under xLoveGistix. There's going to be a link there for it. That's what I'm planning on calling this series here. Just the logistics of your guys' love life and of what's kind of going on, you know, in case just that month or this month you guys are kind of going through some relationship issues and kind of, you know, things are a little bit weird. You guys can kind of check things out, and those are good for your sun, moon, and your rising. And I also do suggest also downloading and purchasing your partner or the other person in question, maybe their sun, moon, and rising as well. They're going to be on there for $3.99. So let me know how you guys like them regarding the xLoveGistix, and also how you guys like the Postcards from Spirit as well. Let me know all in the comments section, okay? So yeah, check the description box and you guys can go ahead and get a direct, there'll be a direct link there regarding your guys' readings for this month for May. Just as a reminder, guys, you know, they're general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and never ever force anything regarding your guys' situations. Always remember, you know, that God will be with you throughout every single trial, tribulation, and error, but in the end, guys, you know, it's ultimately your decision to allow His involvement. Let's go ahead and bless the decks, and then we'll get started on your guys' readings for this month for May, okay? Father God, I open all channels of light, north, south, east, and west. High councils who serve the law of one, holy pure ones, please anchor this space now in your divine consecration to provide every single zodiac sign with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks. And please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant and are intended to be this month. Gemini, the twins. Alrighty, so before we get into your spread this month, let me go ahead and give you some astrology for your guys' sign. Alright, Gemini, so this month, both career and personal desires, along with family affairs and emotional strength, will require equal attention. Your independence may prevail through cooperation and adaptability. If not, finances and relationships may be quite stressful this month. So let's just be mindful of those areas. Okay, so in terms of traditional tarot, Gemini, we have the Fool reversed, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Moon card. So you could possibly maybe be dealing with Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or you could maybe be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, Gemini, I feel like this month something has transpired. I'm leaning a little bit more maybe towards a relationship, but since this is general, we can kind of just, you know, we're going to put it all out there in terms of it can be applicable to any area of your life. But I just feel that there's something here, or something has transpired that leaves you in uncertainty. Maybe even something new that has started, and you're very unsure of it. You're very unsure of how to go about it. You're very unsure, Gemini, of two things. It's how how to apply, or how much, I should say, to give emotionally to a situation, and how much vigor or ambition you want to put towards it. I feel like those are the two main areas that are of concern this month for you regarding a situation. Now, okay, let's go over the emotional part. I feel as though, Gemini, that you are the emotional aspect of this. It's coming from a good place. It's not something that you're kind of taking very, very, very too serious in terms of you're willing to give. You know, you're willing to emotionally invest in this. But that, Gemini, is coming in very slow. When I say coming in slow, I mean it could be coming in from the other party's situation, or you actually could just be giving it very slow in terms of emotionally opening up. I don't feel as though that there is dishonesty here. I just feel as though that because of this situation, whatever it may be for you, you are kind of just a little bit you're a little bit weary of giving too much emotionally or investing, like I said, too much emotionally into the relationship. I just heard you want something, a person, place, or thing or relationship to be foolproof. That's what I just picked up right now. Now, regarding your ambition and your vigor to create something or put energy into it, I feel as though that you want to, like I said, you want to emotionally and you want to creatively pursue this or put something into it. But regarding your creativity, it's almost like you're waiting for something to happen. What I'm getting here is regarding your past. I feel as though that something as you've experienced some sadness. I mean, who really hasn't? But I just feel as though that it has something to do with this same situation that is in question for you today. So if it was a relationship, it was past relationships. If it was a job, it was past jobs. Something to that effect. There's a similarity. It's almost as if you've been kind of tainted, and there's also something here too that kind of speaks of not wanting to repeat the past, not wanting to repeat anything. Now, I can either be coming from you or happening to you, but you're just being very careful. You're being very cautious. You're kind of guarding your heart this month, which, hey, that's okay, but two things can happen, Gemini, from guarding your heart. One can be we haven't dealt or we haven't completely coped with past issues regarding the same issue, or you just know that something you're getting into or you're involving within, or you're involving yourself with is not very safe, or it isn't, there's something to worry about, let's say that way. Let's just put it that way. So those two things can transpire. And I mean, since the Fool card is reversed here, it can kind of speak of either fear of wanting to do something or just not wanting to do something. And it can also kind of speak of just holding back, but it's almost like holding back from something you need to do. So I feel as though that I'm going to kind of go with, let me see, Gemini, one second. I say I'm picking up being scared here. I'm picking up, I want to say the past, Gemini. That's what I'm kind of picking up here. But I can see here with the Queen of Wands upright and the Queen of Cups upright that, like I said, your intention's good. You are coming from an organic place. But then this is a very slow energy. I mean, very, very slow. But it's upright, so that's okay. And then the Moon card over here, it can speak of, kind of nervousness. It can speak of possibly sleepless nights. It can also, Gemini, speak of information being withheld. But I'm not looking at it like that. The Moon card was reversed, yeah. but I'm not feeling that. I'm just feeling, I'm picking up fear, but also caution here. But when we have caution, it's usually because of a fear as well. I feel like you just kind of really don't know what to do, and I feel like you've come a long way, and you just don't want to, you don't want to rush into something. So I want to say it is something about the past, even though the Six of Cups isn't here, but it has something to do with it. And I'm also taking into consideration as well that something that you don't want to necessarily do. And I don't know why I just picked up right now too that you know that maybe this relationship or this person, place, or thing for you is kind of what's good for you or what's kind of best for you right now, but you may not want to kind of go over the past in terms of the things that you've experienced that were hurtful. And I'm picking up like a trigger for you, but this person, place, or thing is good for you, I kind of feel. And also, because it was good for you, or because it is good for you, you have a little bit of also fear of not wanting to mess it up. So all in all, Gemini, what I'm feeling is that you don't really want to mess it up and you have fear of moving forward. So those two things right there, or those two aspects, to me, it just seems like you may not want to examine some things in the past. You may not want to repeat the past. There's just uncertainty here all around. And I mean, I can understand. There's also a little bit or a sense of maybe not wanting to admit, or yeah, not wanting to admit how much you honestly feel for this person, place, or thing. You're very guarded this month, and I'm pretty sure it's about an issue that is, pertains to maybe your past, and it also pertains to wanting to get it right as well. I'm just not really feeling like this is you holding anything back. If these court cards were reversed, yes, I would probably say something like that. Maybe I just picked up, maybe you don't feel, or maybe you feel like this person, place, or thing isn't being completely truthful with you. And that's why you're approaching it in a very slow manner. That's why you are taking your time with it. If you feel like that, Gemini, you have to examine the situation and then look at the situation and then kind of ask yourself, is it really worth my time if I already have preconceived affirmations? That kind of makes sense. If you already know kind of what's going on or you're feeling what's kind of going on. Also, then you must ask yourself, if I go into this and if I completely indulge into this and I solidify this for myself, and if something were to go wrong or it were to turn out bad, given that you already had a feeling, you can't be upset at the outcome in a sense. It's like sort of like this, Gemini. It's like marrying an alcoholic, a righteous alcoholic, and then when you marry this person, then they end up picking their alcohol over you, and then you've been upset. It's sort of like that. You know what you kind of get into or what you're starting, and if it ends up transpiring as so, you can't be upset at that, I just really just feel here that there's a lot of uncertainty, and I feel like that's why I can't really, at least as of now, get down to maybe the root of it. I can kind of just speak of situations that can come from it because I feel like this still is unknown, because I feel like as so that you haven't taken that step to actually find out, or that person, place, or thing hasn't given you that yet in order for you to find out. I just want to tell you, Gemini, that when people show you their true colors, believe them, and I can understand if you want to feel, or you feel like you need to be dedicated to something, or you never should, Gemini, feel the need to, or have to, or perceive the reason to, prove something to someone, like prove your love, prove your loyalty, none of that, and the reason is because you shouldn't need to defend your truth and prove your truth to any situation. And also, Gemini, the second party regarding the person, place, or thing should not expect you to do that as well. But whatever it is, there's a trigger involved here. Definitely a trigger, because that's why I just feel like there's this apprehension in doing it. Because whenever we try new things, or we step into a situation that is unknown, it gives us that chance, or that moment, that situation gives us a chance to grow, a chance to transform, a chance to learn about life. And, you know, Gemini, you're all about learning. You're all about getting information and acquiring it, and wanting to know a lot about different little things. You enjoy learning. It's not, and you enjoy experiencing new things. It's not like, or in your nature, to not take advantage of a situation as so regarding learning it or learning something from it. So that's why I'm just feeling like there's a trigger here. There's something you need to go over. You need to go over something, or go over an aspect in your past that pertains to something that this situation is involving here. But whatever it is, I can see that with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands here, that yeah, you are interested, and you do have good intentions. But there's something here, like a trigger or something to that effect. I don't know. It's something like that I'm feeling here. Okay, let's go ahead and flip the Spirit card over and see what Spirit has for you. I want to read it to you. Don't worry about it. I gotcha. All right. So, as you think, so will you experience life. Thoughts are that powerful, and they need minding. Let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down, so they serve you or get released instead of wreaking havoc. These thoughts arise when connected to the energy of fear, and often masquerade as truth. Yet the real truth is that, essentially, all is well. Of course, you have thoughts that are positive, strong, and organized, accepting, creative, open, and so on. These are the ones we want you to keep thinking, and they have a less frantic quality. They're stimulating in a good way and don't get away from you. How do you keep an inner eye on your thoughts? Meditate and leave judgment out of the mix. Everyone has those fearful thoughts. Love them, love yourself, and then choose the thoughts you want the world to reflect back. Life is not as hard as you think. Loving you so much. All right, Gemini, so that's what I was kind of getting at there. It's not that it's all a mental thing. I guess because of the Spirit card, we can say there's a little bit of judgment here, but I think it's healthy judgment. It's judgment to not walk into the same situation. But if we feel like if we feel like we're walking into the same situation, we have to ask ourselves, why are we doing that? And where does it stem from? Because more than likely, there's a past experience that mirrors our current experience or our current endeavors. All right, Gemini, that completes your reading for May. If you'd like to book a reading, intuitiveperceptions.com. All right, Gemini, we will see you next month.